So we will require beakers, sodium hydroxide or NaOH, aniline hydrochloride, hydrochloric acid about 35% concentrated, beta-naphthol and sodium nitrite. At the very beginning, we will take a beaker and sodium nitrite. We will take the sodium nitrite in a spoon and put it inside the beaker. The beaker contains about 20 ml of water. I will put the sodium nitrite inside the beaker and I will stir the beaker. I will stir the beaker just to make a homogeneous mixture of water and sodium nitrite. See, I am stirring it and it is almost dissolved, I think. Now I will take another beaker and I will take aniline hydrochloride. This is aniline hydrochloride and I will put the aniline hydrochloride inside the beaker. See, the aniline hydrochloride has gone inside the beaker and see, the aniline hydrochloride is inside the beaker. Now I will take the same beaker where I took aniline hydrochloride and I will bring my HCl or hydrochloric acid bottle, and this is my HCl bottle and you all can see that the smoke is coming out from it. I will put the HCl inside the aniline hydrochloride and I will prepare a chloride solution between aniline hydrochloride and hydrochloric acid. See, the hydrochloric acid is inside the beaker and there is a solution between. I will need to put a little bit more of hydrochloric acid to prepare a proper solution between aniline hydrochloride and hydrochloric acid. I will put some water to dissolve it. See the smoke coming out of the hydrochloric acid. This is the smoke of the hydrochloric acid, not due to any reaction. Now I will take both the beakers. This is my aniline hydrochloride and HCl and this is my sodium nitrite solution. I will mix both the solution and prepare the solution in a beaker. See, the solution has turned yellowish and slightly orangish in color. You all can see the color, it is quite yellowish and quite orangish. And this is due to the result of mixture of aniline hydrochloride, HCl and NaNO2. This is my sodium hydroxide or NaOH pellets and I will put the sodium hydroxide in another beaker which contains about 20 ml of water. This is another separate beaker and I will prepare the solution of sodium hydroxide and water in it. So this, you all can see that the solution between sodium hydroxide and water is prepared. And this is a homogeneous solution between sodium hydroxide and water. I am stirring it so that the solution becomes homogeneous. It is almost dissolved. Now I will bring the beta-naphthol or 2-naphthol just beside the beaker where I have dissolved the NaOH. This is the same beaker where I have dissolved the NaOH. I am repeating that this is the same beaker. And I will put the beta-naphthol or 2-naphthol inside the same beaker to mix NaOH and beta-naphthol. As you all can see that the beta-naphthol has gone inside the beaker and it will dissolve slowly. I will have to stir it to allow it to dissolve. this is the solution of beta-naphthol, NaOH and water, and I am stirring it so that everything becomes homogeneous and clean and clear. This is the final product after stirring. As you all can see that this is the solution of beta-naphthol or 2-naphthol along with sodium hydroxide and water. Now I will take ice, that means solidified form of water. Hopefully everyone knows what is ice, and I will take ice in a beaker and I will allow the ice to melt it. I will require ice to decrease the temperature of the reaction. The ice is melting slowly and it has melted a lot, and it has a lot to melt. It is melting slowly and I will keep it to melt. Let us wait so that it can melt. And now you all can see that it has melted, and this is my cool water. Its temperature is 5 degrees centigrade almost, and the reaction will be is suited at an optimum temperature of 5 degrees centigrade to 10 degrees centigrade. So this is a good temperature. Now these are my total 3 beakers. In the center I am having the cool water beaker. In my right hand side it is this red color or orangish solution which has turned a bit red deeper, and now I am reducing the temperature of this beaker. I have to reduce the temperature. The room temperature is about 30 degrees centigrade and I have to reduce it to 5 degrees centigrade. So let me dip it inside so that it becomes cooler. This is my solution. This is the solution of aniline hydrochloride, HCl and NaNO2. It is becoming cool and cool. So let me dip another solution of beta-naphthol and sodium hydroxide, and it is also becoming cool and cool and cool. The optimum temperature is 5 degrees centigrade to 10 degrees centigrade, and I am cooling it using ice water. So let it cool down. So I need to cool a bit more probably. And yes, now I am done with my cooling. Now these are my both the solution, and I will just put it and see the orange dye. This is what I am talking about. This is what the whole video is about. Can you see what a beautiful dye it is? Wow, just see, this is the beauty of science. Now this dye is neither a liquid, it turns out to be liquid because I have given a lot of water, almost 40 ml of water is there. But dye is not a solid also, it is a semi-solid type of thing, and the dye lasts for a microsecond or a millisecond. That moment when I mixed it, that moment comes the dye out, and then the dye breaks and the orangish color it's formed. This is my orange color dye, and so beautiful, isn't it? This is the beauty of chemistry.